Hey, hey, English learners. Welcome back to the Everyday Fluent English podcast. This is your cozy place to learn easy English through real life conversations. I am Olivia Parker.
And I am Ben Turner. Olivia, can I just say, you look very professional today. Are you secretly going for an interview after this?
Oh no, Ben. No interviews for me today. I just wanted to feel the part. Because today, we are talking about a very big topic.
Let me guess. How to survive an interview in English without feeling scared.
Exactly. Interviews are stressful for everyone. But doing it in English, that makes your heart beat very fast.
Oh, I know that feeling. Your mind goes blank, your hands get sweaty, and suddenly you forget how to say hello.
It happens to everyone. But today we want to help our friends feel ready. We will keep everything simple, clear, and very practical.
Sounds like a plan. So, where do we start? At the very beginning?
Yes. The big question. Ben, tell me, what is the one question that starts almost every interview?
Oh, that is easy. It is the tell me about yourself question. It sounds so friendly, but it is actually quite tricky.
Right. Most people hear that and think, oh, they want to know my whole life story. So they start talking about their childhood or their favorite dog.
That is funny. Oh, I was born in a small town and I love eating pizza. Is that a bad answer, Olivia?
Well, unless the job is about eating pizza, yes. The interviewer wants to know about your work journey.
So, how do we fix that? Give us a secret tip.
It is called the past, present, and future model. It is like a map. Ben, if you were in an interview, how would you use it?
Let me try. Past, I studied business. Present, currently I work as an assistant. Future, I want to bring my skills to your company. How was that?
Perfect. It is short. It is clear. It shows you have a plan.
And it saves you from talking about your pizza habits for 10 minutes.
Exactly. Now, Ben, let me ask you another one. What do you do when they ask about your strengths?
I usually say, I am a very hard worker. Isn't that what they want to hear?
Ben, everyone in the world says they are a hard worker. It is a bit boring, don't you think?
You are right. It is like saying, I breathe air. It does not make me special.
Exactly. You need to be specific. Use professional words like problem solver or team player.
Okay, I get it, but how do I prove it? Do I just say the word and hope they believe me?
No, give them a tiny story. For example, I am a problem solver. Last month, our system had a problem and I fixed it very quickly.
So the story is the proof. That is much better, but Olivia, what about the scary one?
You mean the weakness question?
Yes, that one. I always want to say my only weakness is that I work too hard. Does that work?
No, Ben, that sounds a bit fake. Interviewers hear that all the time.
So I should be honest? Should I tell them I am always late for work?
No, definitely do not do that. The key is to pick a real weakness, but show how you are fixing it.
Okay, give me an example. Help me out here.
You could say, sometimes I focus too much on small details, so now I use a timer to stay on schedule.
Oh, so it shows I am aware of my problem and I am taking action. That is actually very smart.
It really is. It shows you are a person who wants to grow.
This is great. I feel more confident already. But Olivia, what about the structure? How long should I speak?
Good question. Ben, if someone talks for 10 minutes, are you still listening?
Honestly, after 3 minutes, I'm thinking about my lunch.
See? That is why you must keep it short. 1 or 2 minutes is the best.
1 or 2 minutes. Got it. But how do I stay organized?
Use signpost words. First, secondly, finally. It helps the interviewer follow your path.
It is like putting lights on a dark road. It makes everything easy to see.
Exactly. It shows you can think clearly even when you are nervous.
Now, Olivia, let me ask you something. Do I need to use big and fancy words to look smart?
Absolutely not. That is a big mistake. Simple and correct English is much better than complex words used wrongly.
That is a relief. I do not have to sound like a dictionary.
No, just focus on action verbs, words like managed, created, or assisted.
So instead of I was the leader, I should say I managed a team.
Yes, it sounds much more powerful. It shows you are a person who gets things done.
But what if I have no experience? What if I am just a student?
Then talk about your university projects or your volunteer work. Ben, did you do any projects in college?
I did. I managed a small event for our sports club once. Does that count?
Of course. It shows leadership and organization. Employers want to see your skills. It does not matter where you learned them.
That makes me feel much better. Everyone has some kind of experience.
Precisely. Now, let us look at the gap question. What if someone was not working for a year?
Oh, that is difficult. Should I hide it?
Never hide it. Just explain it. Maybe you were traveling, or maybe you were learning English.
I took a year off to focus on my English skills. That actually sounds very good.
It really does. It shows you are always growing.
I am starting to think interviews are not so scary after all, Olivia.
It is all about having a plan, Ben, and a little bit of a smile.
A smile. Yes, that is so important. But Olivia, sometimes my face feels frozen because I am so nervous. Does the interviewer notice that?
They do, Ben, and that brings us to a very big secret. Confidence is not just about your words, it is about your body language.
Oh, interesting. So if I say the right words, but I am looking at the floor, it does not work?
Exactly. If you look at the floor, you sound like you are hiding something or like you are not sure of yourself.
So I should look them in the eye, but not like a scary movie, right?
No, not like a scary movie, just a soft, friendly look. It shows the interviewer that you are calm, even if your heart is racing.
And what about my hands? I never know what to do with my hands. Should I sit on them?
Don't sit on your hands, Ben. Just keep them relaxed on the table or on your lap. It shows you are open and ready to talk.
That is a relief. Now, what about the speed of my voice? Sometimes when I am nervous, I speak like a fast train.
That is a big mistake. If you speak too fast, you sound scared. And it is very hard for the interviewer to understand you.
So I should find a middle pace, a steady speed.
Yes, take a breath between your sentences. Silence is actually your friend. It shows you are thinking.
I like that. So silence is my friend. It gives me time to catch my breath.
Exactly. Now, Ben, let's talk about the trap. Common mistakes that people make.
Like giving answers that are too long?
Yes, the runaway train mistake. People start talking and they just do not know how to stop.
I have done that. I start with one story and suddenly I am talking about my neighbor's cat.
We must stay focused. Stick to the 2-minute rule. If you talk for too long, the interviewer gets bored.
And another mistake is memorizing a speech, right?
Oh, yes. If you sound like a robot, people will not trust you. They want to talk to a real person.
But what if I forget one word? If I memorize everything and I forget one word, my whole brain might freeze.
That is exactly why you should not memorize words. Just remember your main ideas. Let the sentences come naturally.
That sounds much easier. So, how can our friends practice this at home? Do I just talk to myself in the mirror?
Actually, yes, the mirror is a great teacher, but I have a better way. Use your phone.
My phone to call someone?
No, use the voice recorder. Record your answers to common questions. Then listen to them.
Oh, that sounds embarrassing. I hate hearing my own voice.
It feels weird at first. Kintu, but it is the best way to learn. You will hear where you are too fast or where you use too much.
That is a very practical tip. And what about practicing with a friend?
That is even better. Let a friend ask you questions in a random order. It keeps you sharp.
Okay, I am ready to practice. But Olivia, how do we end the interview? Do I just run away when they say goodbye?
Please don't run away. The ending is just as important as the beginning. Stand up, smile, and look them in the eye.
And I should say, thank you, right?
Yes. Say something warm and thank you for your time today. I really enjoyed our conversation.
It shows that I am grateful and professional. It is the last thing they will remember.
Precisely. And Ben, you can ask a question too.
Really? I can ask them a question? What should I ask?
Ask something about the company, for example. What is the best part about working here?
Oh, that is a fantastic question. It makes the interviewer smile and think about their own job.
It shows you are truly interested. It shows you are not just looking for any job, but for this job.
We have covered so much today, Olivia. From the first hello to the final thank you.
I feel like our friends are ready for success. They have the skills. Now they have the words too.
But before we go, we have one more special stop. It is time for our favorite segment,
The word tour. Let's look at some professional words we use today.
Our first word is confident.
Confident? It means feeling sure of your abilities. You don't have to be perfect to be confident.
Second is specific.
Specific. This means being clear and exact. Don't say, I am good. Say, I am good at solving problems.
Third is strength.
Strength. A thing you are very good at. Like Ben's strength is making us laugh.
Fourth is weakness.
Weakness. An area where you can improve. Everyone has them, and that is okay.
Fifth is structure.
Structure, how you organize your answer. Remember the past, present, and future map.
Sixth is professional.
Professional. Behaving in a way that is right for work. Polite, calm, and ready.
Seventh is pace.
Pace. The speed at which you speak, not too fast, not too slow.
Eighth is relevant.
Relevant. Closely connected to the topic. Don't talk about pizza during a bank interview.
Ninth is goal.
Goal. Something you want to achieve. Tell them why this job is your goal.
And 10th is grateful.
Grateful. Feeling or showing thanks. Be grateful for the opportunity to speak.
Use these 10 words this week. Practice them in your mirror. You will feel the difference.
And before we finish, we want to say something from our hearts.
Making these episodes, it takes a lot of heart and a lot of work.
We spend hours thinking about these topics because we want to help you find your voice.
If this episode helped you feel a little more ready for your dream job, please consider subscribing.
It is just one small click for you. But for us, it means the world. It helps our community grow.
It tells us that our work is reaching real people, real learners like you.
So subscribe, join our family, and let's keep learning together.
Thank you for being here today in this quiet, friendly space. Keep practicing, keep being brave.
We believe in you, and we will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.